In one small German town, two brothers built a shoe empire together. Then a single whispered insult tore them apart and split the entire town in two for 60 years. Their hatred would create Adidas and Puma. On one side stood Rudolf Dassler, a quiet, obsessive craftsman who lived to design the perfect shoe. On the other, his brother Rudi Dassler, a loud, charming salesman who could sell anything. Together they were unstoppable. Apart, they were at war. It began in 1924 in their mother's laundry room. The Dassler brothers built shoes by hand, powered by a bicycle when the town lost electricity. Their company, the Dassler Brothers Shoe Factory, was born from nothing. Adi designed, Rudi sold. The craftsman built lighter, faster shoes than anyone had ever seen, and the salesman put them on the feet of champions. Within a decade, Dassler shoes were on athletes all across Germany. Their shoes were the best in the world, and they proved it at the 1936 Berlin Olympics. The brothers convinced Jesse Owens to wear their spikes. He won 4 gold medals in front of Hitler, and the whole world saw it. Then came the Second World War, and it poisoned everything. Both brothers joined the Nazi Party. Their factory was forced to stop making shoes and start making weapons. Rudi was pulled away to serve, while Adi stayed home running the business. In 1943, the moment came that broke them. As bombs fell, Adi climbed into an air raid shelter where Rudi's family was hiding and muttered, "The dirty bastards are back again." He meant the Allied planes, but Rudi was certain his brother meant him. It got worse. When American soldiers captured Rudi, he became convinced that Adi had denounced him to the Gestapo to save himself. Whether it was true or not, the brothers' trust was shattered forever. There was no going back. In 1948, the brothers finally tore the company in half. They split the workers, the machines, even the patents. Each man took his loyal employees and walked to opposite sides of the small river that ran through the town. Adi combined his name to create a new brand, Adidas. Rudi launched his own rival company and called it Puma. Soon a leaping puma and 3 simple stripes would become 2 of the most famous logos on earth. The feud poured into the streets. Adidas rose on one bank of the Aubach, Puma on the other. The town of Herzogenaurach was forced to choose a side, and it never recovered. Families, friends, and businesses split down the middle. It became known as the town of bent necks. Before anyone spoke to you, they would glance down to see which brand of shoes you wore. Bakers, bars, and butchers all picked a side. You were either Adidas or Puma, never both. Adi and Rudi never spoke a single word to each other again. They ran their factories a few hundred meters apart in total silence for the rest of their lives. The brothers had become each other's greatest enemy. Then Adidas struck gold at the 1954 World Cup final. Adi gave the German team revolutionary boots with screw-in studs for the muddy pitch. Germany shocked the world and won, and Adidas became a global powerhouse overnight. Puma fought back dirty. The two companies had secretly agreed never to pay Pelé, the world's greatest footballer. Then Puma broke the pact. At the 1970 World Cup, Pelé knelt to tie his Puma boots on camera right before kickoff, and millions watched. Now the brothers' war went global. Adidas and Puma threw fortunes at athletes, teams, and the Olympics, each desperate to crush the other. 2 giant empires, both fueled by a single family grudge that no one could stop. The brothers never made peace. Rudi died in 1974 and Adi 2 years later. And in a final act of spite, they were buried at opposite ends of the very same town cemetery, as far apart in death as they had been in life. From one family's hatred grew 2 of the largest sportswear brands on the planet. And to this day, both Adidas and Puma keep their headquarters in the same tiny town where 2 brothers stopped speaking. The grudge built an empire. The feud finally ended in 2009, long after the brothers were gone. Employees from Adidas and Puma played a friendly game of football together, mixing the 2 sides for the first time in over 60 years. The town finally healed, so who really won? Adidas grew larger, but Puma became a giant too, and both made the family unimaginably rich. Yet the two brothers lost the one thing that mattered most: each other. They won the world and lost their family. Two brothers, one town, a feud that built two empires and destroyed a family. That is the whole file. Which side are you on, Adidas or Puma? Subscribe for more rivalries that changed history.